Hi everyone, my name is Dalton Stokes. I'm a student worker here at the Office of Veteran and Military Affairs. And on behalf of David Blair, our director, thank you for joining us for our Bama Bound info session. Before we dive into things, I ask that you please follow us on Instagram. You can find us at Bama VMA, that is BAMA VMA on Instagram, or you can scan the QR code on your screen at this time. This is a great way to get involved in the community as well as stay up to date on any deadlines or any special announcements we have from the VA. Looking at who we serve veterans, a student who is separated from military service, which can be through retirement, medical, or end of contract, service member on active duty. This is typically National Guard or reservist part-time or active duty full-time. We also serve a multitude of dependents, which is a child or spouse of a veteran or service member, as well as survivors, which is a dependent who lost a guardian or spouse in the line of duty, which we classify as FRI. We have many resources and services available through our office, the first being a computer lab with CAC readers for any active duty members, as well as free printing. We ask that you please donate a ream of paper to the front desk every semester. We go based off the trust system, so it is not required to be able to print, but we ask that you do so that we can continue offering the service to all students. We also have a student lounge, which many students utilize as a place to come in and take break between classes to study or grab a bite to eat. We also have private study rooms, a conference room, which can be used as an interview space or for large study groups, a break room, which includes a fridge and microwave, as well as an on-campus VA health clinic for any veterans that are enrolled in VA health services. More about the on-campus VA health clinic can be found here. Their phone number is 205-348-2381, and their fax is 205-348-3243. You can also reach them through email at vmahealthclinic@ua.edu. They are located on 270 Kilgore Lane, Suite 1200, Box 870251. This is a first of its kind resource where we have a on-campus health clinic for any veterans that are enrolled in VA health services. It is a great resource for y'all to utilize as it expedites the process. You do not have to worry about getting an appointment at the VA and going off campus when you can do it all right here on campus, which is very convenient for all of our students. Another huge thing that we offer is the Crimson Legion. This is welcome to all military affiliated students, whether you're veteran, dependent, guard, reserve, faculty, or staff. And it is the student group on campus that puts on a multitude of events as well as helps everyone get connected to each other. The biggest service that Crimson Legion offers is parking. Any off-campus student qualifies for a reduced parking rate in our partnership lot with the Alabama Marines Foundation. For just $180, you can have parking for a full school year. Please note that this is only available to students who live off campus. Many freshmen who come on campus and live in the dorms cannot buy this parking pass, but as soon as you move out, get your own place, you are more than welcome to buy this reduced rate parking. Our biggest events are game day tailgates, which is a free, safe environment to enjoy refreshments and watch the game right on the quad. We have a great spot and we always have good food and a giant TV for you to watch any games throughout the day. It's a great way to get connected with other military affiliated students, and we ask that you join us whenever you can and be sure to bring your family and friends. Crimson Legion also does many volunteer opportunities, several committees to get involved in, such as veterans advocacy, dependents advocacy, community outreach, events and fundraising. One of our biggest events this past semester was a cemetery cleanup for Veterans Day. It was a huge success. It was great to see everyone come together for our veteran community, and we will definitely be looking forward to many more in the future. There are also many social events from bi-weekly coffee and small breakfast bites to barbecues and more. You can follow them on Instagram as well by following QR code on your screen. For any information regarding military affiliate scholarships, we do keep an outside scholarship list on our website, vets.ua.edu on the resource tab. Please note that we do not administer any of these scholarships. They are just given to us for us to promote, and we put them all in the database for all of our students to be able to find and use at their discretion. Know your benefits. So we serve all chapters of benefits here in the VMA from Chapter 33, which is also known as Post 9/11, and also applies to FRI and Yellow Ribbon Scholarship. Chapter 35, which is also known as the Dependent Education Assistance. Chapter 30, Montgomery GI Bill. Chapter 31, Veteran Readiness and Employment. And Chapter 1606, Guard and Reserve GI Bill. If you're eligible for one of these benefits, you should have a Certificate of Eligibility, aka COE, issued by the VA. In order to apply for one of these benefits, you'll need to go to va.gov or call the VA at 1-888 442-4551. Additional information can be found on our main webpage under the GI Bill tab. Diving into Chapter 33, the post 9/11 GI Bill, it pays tuition and fees and has a VAH of approximately $14.88 prorated per month. That prorated just means that on any month where we are not in school, whether it's for spring break, winter break, fall break, you will receive a reduced amount as the VA only pays for the days you are in school. Additionally, Chapter 33 includes a book stipend, which is $1,000 divided between 2 semesters. Typically, students will receive about $500 in the fall semester and the remainder in the spring semester. It pays out at the beginning of the semester and is meant to be used for books. To be eligible, you must have served at least 9 days on active duty, either all at once or with breaks in service, on or after September 11th, or received a Purple Heart on or after September 11th, 2001, or honorably discharged after any amount of service, or served for at least 30 continuous days, all at once without a break, on or after September 11th, and were honorably discharged with service-connected disability. You are eligible for a VMA payment plan, which we will discuss in a later slide. Chapter 35, also known as Dependent Education Assistance, is a monthly stipend only, paid directly to the student, approximately $14,000, which is prorated. Please note that this does not pay any tuition or fees and is just simply a monthly stipend straight to the student. In order to receive the payment, the account must have the student listed as an owner. The parent's name can be listed on the bank account, but the money will not be sent out unless the student is also listed as an owner. To be eligible, you must be a dependent of 100% totally disabled veteran. Typically, you receive 36 months of benefits to each dependent. Also, please note you can only use one federal benefit at a time. You cannot use both post 9/11 and Chapter 35 all at once. ANGEAP. Eligibility. It is a state benefit. You must be Alabama National Guard member in good standing and completed basic training. Please fill out an ANGEAP form every semester, which can be found under the Forms tab on our main page. You must fill out a FAFSA every year and complete the FAFSA process. The VMA payment plan is available for ANGEAP students. Please note that the state of Alabama pays at the end of each semester for ANGEAP. Pell Grant and academic scholarships are deducted from what the state pays. Additional detailed information can be found under the GI Bill tab on our main webpage, vets.ua.edu. ANGEAP documentation. In order to be certified for benefits from the state of Alabama, we must have the following: ANGEAP form complete with signature, a student profile form, verification of FAFSA completion and submission. Required forms are found under the Forms tab on our main webpage, vets.ua.edu. Federal tuition assistance. Students eligible for TA, active duty, National Guard and Reservists. Please note that TA is not processed in our office, but we do need to know if you are receiving TA. For processing TA, you will need to contact James Shamley through his email at uadistancemilitary@ua.edu. All TA information can be found under the Military TA tab on our main webpage, vets.ua.edu. And here's some more information about James Shamley's contact. You can contact him by phone at 205-348-6220 or send him an email at uadistancemilitary@ua.edu. Alabama Dependent Scholarship, also known as the Alabama GI Bill. This is another state benefit that requires a veteran lives in Alabama. Please note that there are different residency requirements, as well as 40% disability rating. It pays out 10 semesters of benefits, and you can apply at your local courthouse through the process found at va.alabama.gov. It pays for the students' books, which you can pick up at the soup store the first week of school. And as of July 2017, the tuition rate is $250 per credit hour. The Alabama GI Bill is completely processed by Student Account Services. Any additional information can be found under the Resources tab on our webpage, vets.ua.edu. And if you are on the Alabama Dependent Scholarship, your main point of contact will be Ms. Lisa Edwards over at Student Account Services. You can reach her through phone at 205-348-5350 or email her at ledwards@ua.edu. Certification of benefits. In order to be certified for benefits from the VA, we must have a certificate of eligibility in the student's name, a student profile sheet, an advising worksheet, which must be signed by the student and their advisor, whether it be physically or digitally. And all of these required forms can be found under the Forms, VMA forms on our website. Students can upload any forms virtually through the VMA form upload link. Forms are submitted to the VMA through the VMA student document upload link located in your student's My Bama page under the Campus Life tab. Additionally, you can also use DocuSign. Students can fill out forms via DocuSign by selecting them on our website in the VMA Forms section. After the student fills out the required info, they must enter their advisor's email so they can also sign the form. The VMA will not receive the form until both the student and advisor have signed the document. Please take note of this. Many students have called asking if we had received their forms yet, and when we told them we had not, it occurred to them that they never checked in with their advisor. Please make sure you're maintaining constant communication with your advisor when it comes to your forms, so that way we can make sure everything is good and we can certify you for your benefits. Payment plans. All students eligible for Chapter 33 post 9/11 or ANGEAP should enroll in the VMA payment plan. Once you've registered for classes and have turned in all required documents to our office, the payment plan will be available on your MyBama student account. If you don't see the VMA plan as an option, please notify our office. What this does is holds your schedule until the VA pays out your tuition and fees. All students using Chapter 30, Chapter 35, or 1606 must sign up for other university payment plans available through your MyBama student account. Any additional information on all chapters of benefits can be found on vets.ua.edu under the GI Bill tab. Incurring debt. If a student submits an add drop form from dropping from a class after the university's established add drop date, you will incur a VA debt. UA will pay the VA debt on behalf of the student and then charge the student's bill. What this means is that you must stay up to date on when the add drop form is due and when UA is establishing the add drop date. If a student drops a class and they go below full time, at that point your monthly stipend would also be affected. But anytime you drop a class, you incur a VA debt and the university will charge you on the VA's behalf. Students can also incur a debt for NC grades. The moral of this story is please do everything you can to not drop a class. And if you are stuck at a decision whether or not you should drop a class, please check in with us and we will help guide you through that decision. There have been some recent changes made for Chapter 35 residency purposes. On this slide, you can see the new law that was put in place in 2021. And the bottom line is Chapter 35 students will be considered in-state students for tuition purposes. If you are a Chapter 35 student and you are living outside the state of Alabama, you will get to pay the in-state tuition rate for the entire time that you are here on campus. All other residency, if you are a veteran, service member, or dependent, you may be eligible for the in-state tuition rate. The VMA office does not make determinations on residency classifications. If you have any questions concerning residency or believe that you are eligible for in-state residency reclassification, you must email residency@ua.edu or call 205-348-2020. You will find a link to the application at registrar.ua.edu. Reclassifying may impact your UA scholarships. If you have any questions concerning scholarships, please reach out to the scholarship office at scholarships@ua.edu or give them a call at 205-348-8201. The VMA does not have any say in residency applications or scholarship changes. You have to contact the registrar and scholarships to find out more about that. Monthly enrollment verification. The VA has implemented a monthly enrollment verification for post 9/11 students. To enroll, please call the Education Call Center at 1-888-442-4551 to update your contact information, the phone number and/or email address. Updating contact info on your va.gov profile does not update your info for education benefits. You must call the education hotline to update the info. We ask that you please provide the VA with the student's phone number and email, as in the past it went to the parent's account and they never caught the email, which delayed the student's benefits. Please make sure you put the student's contact information down for the VA. The VMA also offers many work study opportunities. Both the VMA office and the VA clinic have opportunities for students to work during the school year. I myself am a work study student and it is a great time. You must be a full-time student on federal benefits. The pay rate is $7.25 per hour, but it is tax-free. The hours are very flexible as they are willing to work with your class schedule. The only requirement is that you must work a minimum of 10 hours a week or a maximum of 25. Interviews are ongoing now. Please reach out to us if you are interested. If you have any more questions or concerns, you can contact us at 205-348-0983 or email us at vma@ua.edu. Our website is vets.sa.ua.edu, and we are located at 3000 Hauser Hall, directly across from the Student Center. Thank you all so much for choosing the University of Alabama. We look forward to seeing you. Roll Tide.